Village sparrows were accustomed to feeding on grain and would flock to the threshing floor as soon as the crops ripened. One day, a farmer scattered some wine mash on the threshing floor and hid nearby. Soon, a flock of sparrows arrived. Hopping from place to place, they began pecking at the mash along with the grain. The sparrows quickly became drunk, and the farmer easily caught them. However, one sparrow managed to avoid intoxication and, though with great difficulty, flew up into a tree. As the wine began to take effect, the sparrow, forgetting the danger he had just escaped, started singing joyfully, "I fear no one, I fear nothing. After the phoenix, I am the greatest of all birds." With that, he drove away a cicada perched on the tree, pecked at a swallow's fledgling, and, pleased with himself, sang again, "I fear no one, I fear nothing. After the phoenix, I am the greatest of all birds." Soon, a magpie landed on the branch, and the sparrow decided to treat her the same way he had treated the swallow's fledgling. The magpie, noticing he was drunk, did not bother engaging with him and flew away. The sparrow became even more self-satisfied. In his joy, he not only sang, but began to dance as well. The news of the sparrow's conquest of the tree quickly spread throughout the forest. A dove doubted the rumor and decided to check for himself. Who would have thought? As soon as the dove landed on the tree, the sparrow began pecking at his head. Taken by surprise, the dove flew to another tree. The sparrow, however, assumed the dove was frightened of him and sang once again, "I fear no one, I fear nothing. After the phoenix, I am the greatest of all birds." The dove was deeply upset. He sat on a neighboring tree, observing the drunken sparrow's antics, and then hurried to a kite. "Brother, the sparrow has taken over an entire tree, and no bird dares to land there. He drove away a cicada, pecked at a swallow and a magpie so fiercely that they had to flee. And when I landed on the tree, I lost more than 10 feathers. And all the while, he keeps singing. What does he sing? I fear no one, I fear nothing. After the phoenix, I am the greatest of all birds. He doesn't even think anything of you, elder brother." The dove had barely finished speaking when the enraged kite spread his wings and flew toward the tree where the sparrow sat. The dove, magpie, swallow, and cicada followed closely behind. And just as the sparrow once again chirped his song in a loud, clear voice, the kite swooped down on him like a stone, but missed. The sparrow darted into a thicket of thorny bushes growing beneath the tree. The kite lunged after him, but being too large, couldn't get through the thorns. Stopping in frustration, he angrily demanded, "Well, who's greater, you or me?" "You, of course. You're even greater than the phoenix," the sparrow replied in a trembling voice. "You turtles whelp. Will you still boast?" "Forgive me, I ate some wine mash and spoke foolishly in drunkenness," said the sparrow, tears streaming from his eyes. The kite glared at him, muttered something angrily, and flew away. The kite had long disappeared from sight, but the sparrow still didn't dare come out of the bushes. Meanwhile, the swallow, dove, and magpie gathered around, mocking him with contemptuous laughter, while the cicada kept repeating, "Chirp, chirp, aren't you ashamed, ashamed?"